Hey, everybody. Hope your day is going well. I just had to come to you and share with you my Godwink moment. So, it's no surprise that I've had it's been about a week now since I have ended my run at the station that I was at. And so, gratitude is the posture that I've been trying to hold. Gratitude, just thanking God for the opportunity to learn and sharpen my skills, an opportunity to connect so much more with my community, but also learning to realize that in situations of transition, what am I supposed to learn from this? What am I supposed to gain from it? And know that God is never far away. So here's my story. When my time ended there, I thought about it because I wasn't able to gather some things from my desk. And one thing in particular that I was not able to get was a card. And so many people would send me cards and of encouragement and people, one thing in particular, my mom's friend, my mom and a lady by the name of Donna. Hey, Miss Donna. We're friends for years. My mom was a 30-year employee with the University of Louisville, and her and Donna were the best of friends, and they had disconnected. And she said that one day she was in the bathroom and had the station on and heard my voice, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, that sounds like Janice." And she said, "Oh my God, it's her daughter." And so my mom and her were able to reconnect that way. But another card was from my third grade teacher, Miss Beard. And so Miss Beard, well, let me paint the picture for you. I grew up in Jeffersonville, Indiana. And at the time, Greater Clark County schools had basically tried to integrate their school system because there weren't any black teachers. My second grade teacher, Miss Hammond, was among the first teachers to integrate Greater Clark County school systems. And Mrs. Beard, please forgive me. I think it's Julia Beard, but I still don't feel right calling her by her first name, Miss Beard. She was my third grade teacher. And I've got to shout out my fourth grade teacher, Miss Scott. God knew what I needed, y'all. I had a black teacher in second grade, third grade, and fourth grade, and none of them played any games. And he knew that I needed a little bit more pressure and reassurance and a little bit more, you better do what I'm saying type of, approach. And Mrs. Beard, I'll never forget her. She was tough, but you could tell she loved her children and she loved her job. And so Miss Beard sent me a card one of my first few weeks on the air at the station. And I hadn't heard from Miss Beard since like the late 80s, all right? And just to see her name and say how proud she was of me, like I was overtaken. And so I thought about that card that I wasn't able to get. Well, today, as I was hosting the National Council of Negro Women's commemorative breakfast for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., shout out Paula McCraney, fabulous event. Thanks so much for having me. I think it was Joanne James, Minister Joanne James. I absolutely love you. She was talking to me and just encouraging me and just loving on me and said, "You a get back girl." And you know that's right. And then I saw a woman at the corner who was patiently waiting, an older woman, and she was patiently waiting on the side. And I was like, "Oh, okay, just someone that wants to say hello." And I just absolutely love it. I don't care if I know you, I don't know you, you my people. And so she came and she said, "Do you remember me?" And I looked at her and I said, I don't know. And then she made that face and I was like, "Yo, it was Mrs. Beard. What is the likes of that happening?" That was a God wink moment. Mrs. Beard there in the flesh. I hadn't seen her in more than 35 years. And let me tell you why she was so special. And I shared this story at the breakfast this morning. Going back to my elementary school, North Haven Elementary School, Mrs. Beard and Miss Hammond were the only black teachers in the school. And the school was having a play. And so Miss Beard saw something in this shy, quiet girl, because I was shy. My best friend at the time, Marsha, I would be boisterous with her, but I didn't say much. But she saw something in me. And so she went to the persons that were over the play and she said, make sure Crystal gets a role in that play. She said, I don't care how big or small, make sure she gets a role in that play. And I got a role in that play. And I still remember it. Look at Santa, he can't get up. A little small role. But it never left me. That left such a lasting impact on me. And I think I was maybe 8 or 9 at the time. And for someone to see me, see something in me, to see something in me that I didn't quite see in myself. I never forgot about that. And fast forward 30 plus years later, and there she was. And she told me how proud she was of me. She says she calls me her star student and would go and tell everyone, about me. But for God to allow me to see her in the flesh, it just let me know that God loves us. And he is keen to every single detail. For me to think about not being able to get that card, but for me to be able to see her and hug her, and I got her number, and I got a picture, and I'm going to be sharing the picture. But that was such a special moment. And so let me encourage you. God knows. He hears the silent cries of your heart. He sees the tears. He hears your prayers. And he is keen to all the details, that which concerns his children. And so that was my moment. I had to share that with you because it is something I will never forget. I'm still I cannot believe I seen this beard, but such a wonderful moment. And so I just wanted to share that with you. I love you. Again, I thank you so much all for your support. And I'm claiming it for me. And I'm claiming it for you. The best is yet to come, but you got to believe it too.